Pound 1207, March the 4th, 2026. Pound built by Keith. I had emergency surgery yesterday for a 6mm kidney stone. I'm still homeless, impoverished, and threatened, just like you are, by super rich criminals, terrorists, starting with Robert D. Rose, who forced me into hell not once, 6 times with the Duncan clan, DuncanClaim.org. I did nothing wrong. In fact, I did everything right to unify the world with unocracy.org. The entire system is driven by Evote.one, simple, open, public, shared database at your community level, FOIA.one. The war that's happening right now would have been reversed, never would have happened, if everyone had actually used and accepted solutionmilitary.com, because Evote.one now puts every leader in the world under the control of you, your community level. Government and corporations all go away. Privately held companies and only local banks under the banner of unocracybank.org is the banking system, all using solution bank fraud. Every government, every corporation in the world, which is you, will pay fortune1.org for direct access to our entire portfolio that we resurrected after 8 years, as of January 28th, 2014, when I'm dumped on the street, only because of my own efforts. The USA government, particularly DA Robert Braidhammon, Sally Q. Yates, Judge Raymond Jackson of Norfolk, Virginia, 411-CR112, were trying to get a single signature to have me civilly committed indefinitely and drugged to death, which is solutiondrugs.com. The entire system is godsconstitution.org, also named solutionmanifesto.com. 100% about you being a serial entrepreneur, debt-free, crime-free, middle-class utopia. One word, unocracy.org. No one has ever protected my life for now 17 years against super criminals, and I call them antichrists, all tied to Robert D. Rose, Amy Rose, and his unbelievably small, actually it might be huge, criminal underground black hat network called the dark web. They're all terrorists, every single one of them. And the ability to get rid of President Putin is your job. The Russian people gave him authority. Russian people can take him out. Same thing with Iran people. My people are my people. I claim every single one of you as my child. 8.27 billion people. And there are criminals called psychotics, psychosis, psychopaths, sociopaths of Hitler persuasion, like Robert Rose and Douglas Vernon Duncan and Judge Raymond Jackson, and really actually many of my own lawyers. They're going to prison. And the people that do small time crimes will now go back to work and be productive members of your community and our community, and isolated when they do wrong. All by Article 1, which is Evote.one. Article 2 is only 11 commandments of God that replaces every known theology, scripture, commandment, laws in the world. And 3 is the Human God Bill of Rights, 19 line items. The 4th is also critical, Article 4 of solutionmanifesto.com. Every single leader in the world, particularly the presidents of the nations and the corporate executives, will now televise press conferences and sign peace treaties and trade agreements with each other under our direction. Live streamed, of course. My news agency is usnews1.org. The new trading platform for the whole world, WTFONE.org, World Trade Federation. And all of your copyrighted patents, technology, intellectual trademarks will all be protected under worldpto.com, World Patent Trade Office. I'm done. I'm the wealthiest person in the entire world because I spent my entire life. You can check out bidonkeith.com. I would have been earning $10,000 per day as of January 2012. But as of October 3rd, 2011, at duncanclaim.org, my life is in unbelievable peril. Rose wants me dead. My family wants me dead. Everybody wants me dead, including the judges, your lawyers, your police, your DA. They said, oh, you're guilty. Guilty of what? Well, we think, but we can't show that you might have stalked Bashama, Robert D. Rose, Doug Duncan, and Sherry Duncan. No, they had already robbed me, physically robbed me, and filed eventually 4 TPOs. That's the easiest way to kill a victim of organized criminals and terrorists. 6 minutes. I need immediate safe haven protection through you. Includes Oak Grove United Methodist Church, Peachtree Road United Methodist Church, Peachtree Corners Baptist Church. In fact, every church, every civic group in the world should have been blasting away at my phones for the last 16 years going, Keith, what can you perfect for us next? So we all live in the Crime Free Utopia, unocracy.org. The will of the people decide the next best project. 2, that same group or different group now pays for that project. What we build, we own, we control. 3rd, the Miss Universe pageant is Evote.one. We pick the leader. When they do a great job, don't need 51% majority, could be 5%, 10%. It's a ranking system. And the whole system is an upside down Christmas tree. The leader's underneath is a highly paid project manager. And then, of course, we vote them in, we vote them out, we control their pay in only kbitcoins.org, which is part of the New World Banking System. No fiat. The price of everything will drop back to manufacturing costs caused by only ecologymining.org, which is under the banner of turnofflights.com and Solutions Safe Water. That's the entire answer. Who will protect KeithBrentDuncan.org? Right now we're looking at the crude oil, the Brent crude oil. It's jumping up and down. There should be no effect on our marketplaces once everything is decentralized, totally privatized, and totally under your control. Your focus is to get smarter. When you're smart, then you become rich. Out of debt, which means the insurance industry basically plummets down to zero. You won't need insurance. Why do you need insurance? If you have natural resources and you have unlimited resources saved up called real assets and no debt, you don't need insurance. And that's part of the car industry is joydrive.us. It'll lower the cost of everything across the board, so $1 buying power today will be the same 1,000 years from now, as we live in one community with no borders, no government, don't need police, definitely do not want military, except as National Guard. And the criminals will now be immediately found, manhuntall.com, spelled out. So right now the news, CNN Live, says MAGA allies break with Trump over Iran war. All they're doing is fussing, moaning, groaning, complaining because they want more political power. They want your laws to be their laws, called lawbreakers and criminals and terrorists. And they already control the media, the super wealthy criminal ruling elite. They control every one of your marketplaces with the exception of what's left of the small business enterprises. The shipping industry, the banking, the stock market, the trade, everything is under control of the criminal ruling elite that we simply call antichrists. GodsConstitution.com.org and TeamMoneyMachine.com are the basic drivers for God's keys to the universe. Contact me immediately and actually go with us to Governor Brian Kemp, then to Trump, and then we'll be transferring mega trillions, probably around $200 trillion of U.S. funds overseas. And the other countries will finally go sovereign, independent villages. That is futurecity.life, onecity.life. It's all under the banner of solutionhousing.org, solutionjobs.org, and solutionbusiness.org, and everything else. 1207 on exactly 2026, March the 4th. I need immediate protection from everyone, including total shutdown of all governments and rebuild as one government, your government. Serve and protect, unocracy.org.